I got the camera pointing towards this direction. So this is November the 10th, 2023 year acupuncture integration. All right. Thank you. Everybody good? Okay, Bonnie. Sorry. Cheers.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll just have take a moment to share what we notice. We just recognize that words are only a very, very simplistic representation of the true experience that we're trying to describe. And words cannot do it. It's like how do you even explain to people what is that you feel in your body? It's just, we have agreed on certain words. We think we know what each other means, but we don't know precisely. Just recognize that is how words are. But still, we make an attempt because the only way we can share information is this way. So we just take a moment to do that. And sometimes, unless you have had similar experiences, then the words actually doesn't do the job. But on the other hand, if you had similar experiences and somebody will say something, it will resonate with you. You say, oh yeah, maybe I felt the same thing, But just know, it's not precisely the same. Everybody's experience is unique. So with that in mind, we just share what we notice. Wide open. You can say whatever you want. You can't get this wrong either. It's just like the first part and the second part. You're doing nothing, so you just notice that the body, the breath, and the brain. It's just whatever you notice. Yes, please, Oreska.
So I noticed the rainbow, and so when I got the makeup, I closed my eyes, and I suddenly realized I think the rainbow made me a little more happy looking at the rainbow, and I thought, okay, like a sense of gratitude. I'm happy to be here, thank you to both of you. To do this for us, and so that sense of gratitude I felt very calm. And I was aware when he came in. I know you came in very quietly, but for some reason I was aware. And basically just in and out thoughts here and there, but nothing much. I kind of settled down, and next thing I know, the lights were on.
Thank you, Reska. All right. I know you haven't been here for a long time, Brian. Maybe we'll just hear what you noticed. No wrong answers. It's just whatever you notice.
Yeah, I almost fell asleep. I noticed that. Got so relaxed. I have music constantly playing in my head today. It's just like having a radio on. So I basically just sat here and listened to the radio the whole time and tried to stay awake.
Do you guys ever watch that Gilligan's Island before?
Oh yeah.
There's an episode where he's got, Gilligan's got a little radio in his head.
Yeah.
In his head somehow. I guess he hit his head or something, and his head turned into a radio reception.
Yeah.
It's like, back then you thought that was just fake, right? But that's real. Did you hit your head?
No.
I don't know.
But I do like my music.
Yeah.
Music's a big deal in my life, so.
You see, that's why, our brain is so different. You see, in that place of presence, the brain will bring different things. Sometimes you'll bring back memories, right? Memories. In your case, if you're Beethoven, you can bring up a music that's from another place, and then becomes the next classic that will last, forever into history of mankind. Or your brain can bring up a memory of somebody else's music. But both is really beautiful things, right? To be able to bring up that music in that place of presence, and you get to enjoy all over again. And this time, the braining didn't stop because, it's enjoyable. Another time, your brain will bring up another experience, which is very informative, isn't it? It doesn't necessarily create the warm and fuzzy feeling, but it's very useful. It will inform you about what decision you need to make moment by moment, you see. This is what happens when you are present. The brain is this marvelous tool that will bring back to whatever you need. It will give you what you need without even trying. And then, of course, if you're so present, your body feels really calm. You feel really calm. There's no loss of peace because peace is you. You are peace itself. So because you're not looped in by those thoughts which give you distress, that even if they do show up, there's a lightness to them. Anyways, enough talking. Thank you. Who wants to go next? Yes, Sybil.
Well, at first, just calming, and after a few minutes, like he was listening to music that I've been singing all along, from one tune to the next. Try to get rid of one, and the next one comes on, and that's all I've been doing, just singing. And again, I keep thinking, you like your music, I like my music too.
Yeah.
But I've been singing all along in my head, from one hymn to the next.
That's beautiful.
And it was just calming, No, I didn't feel anything to say like a prick or, I didn't feel a thing. It was just.
And you didn't come to this session with that plan. I'm just going to do the chorus thing all the time, right? Nor did Brian decide to do that. You see, the brain did it all by itself. Point. I'm just pointing it out how the brain actually works. And it's a surprise. Next time you may not do that. You might do something different. Right? Every moment is different, in fact. And this is the truth. That's beautiful. And who wants to go next? Yes, please.
I felt very sleepy, almost fell asleep. Very, very comfortable, but nothing else different, just very comfortable. And I could have went to sleep.
It's exactly how things are supposed to be.
Yeah.
Yep. So that will happen all by itself. Thank you very much. Perfect. Yes.
At first, when I first came in, I felt a little, my heart was beating a little bit fast, and then when I closed my eyes, I was thinking, my heart beating fast, because you don't know what you're going to get in the session, and then it calmed down, and then it just went to like the sensories in the room, the sensation. So like my hearing was like, or like the receptionist dialing someone's number, and then heard pins drop, and then just like random stuff like that. And then I was playing, I have parent-teacher interviews next week, and so this is the first time my daughter's doing French immersion. And then my brain started conjugating verbs. I don't know. Just random. And that was really it. It was calm, and then I did feel like when like a calmness, and then like I could feel my body going like down towards the ground, and then I felt like I had a trigger point in my back, and then it kind of radiated down my elbow, and then it twitched my thumb, and then my brain was like, okay, let's try to heal this, like let's try to practice, I don't know, and then that was really.
Thank you, Alyssa. That's awesome. I remember when I was my daughter, I have 4 kids. My youngest one came along. I stopped teaching her. Well, she comes back with like an assignment, and she writes something, right? And there will be like spelling errors, but I know what it means.
Yeah.
But I was smart enough at that point. By the 4th child, I am not a teacher of the spelling. Not that I don't know how to spell. It's because I don't want her to think that, give her any kind of a negative feedback, right? So she would really appreciate just showing it to me. I just say, wow, I love the story, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to. I realize the important thing is the spontaneity, the creativity. And she knows how to spell today. Guess what? And I didn't teach her anything. Okay, sorry, who wants to go next?
Well,
Yes, Donna.
it's mostly thoughts of what's going on in my life that can't be resolved, so it's just going over and over. And the only visualize that today, that I was above it, up in the air, and I was looking down at a small stream with white rocks along the side, only one side of it. And I'm looking down at trees and all these people running around in the trees, but they seem to be having fun. And
Yeah, that's nice.
it. But I wasn't level with them, I was above looking down at them today, which was different.
That's nice. That's quite different. That is different.
But it was very quiet, like,
Yeah.
as far as visuals went. A little bit of green, a little bit of red, a few faces, but no, I just kept telling them to go away. I was busy.
I was busy looking at the elves playing the trees. That's awesome. Thank you.
Oh yeah, today was pretty different because compared to like the past Fridays, I feel like today I was late. So initially, kind of woke up late, got out the door a little bit later. I didn't realize I was like feeling tense about it until I got here. I'm like, okay. So once I got here, the lights were off. So I'm like, okay, did I miss my window? So I'm like, and then I saw her, and then she obviously put in the pins outside. So once I sat down, it actually took like, I would say 10, 15 minutes just to relax and let go of the idea of trying to relax. And then once that happened, I started seeing like, patterns, just like different scenery, like, nature, trees, mountains. And then I actually felt myself like transitioning into completely relaxing, which is pretty nice because like I didn't notice I was tense, but once I noticed I was relaxed, it's a pretty calming experience.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you, Raj. It's really nice to be able to witness that your body, like moment by moment, no matter how tense you feel, you can just sit with that. You change all by itself. You don't have to mess with it. There's a program involved. You just like let it be. That is powerful because then you don't get attached to the idea that you have to fix something that don't need to be fixed. And it fixes itself because the whole system will just like manage itself. Lovely. Thank you so much, Raj.
I was just really restless today and lots of worries.
Thank you for coming, honey. It's awesome. Keep sitting. Anybody want to add anything? That's awesome. Have the amazing Friday.
Although you don't feel it, can this be healing your body? If you have,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah. See, when your awareness becomes unoccupied by overthinking, it's freed up to notice your body. When you start noticing your body will heal. Because some of the harm that the body is because it's being ignored by our awareness. And then your shoulder tenses up and tightens up. We don't even know we're doing this. And then if we have overthinking and the content of the thought creates a lot of anxiety hormones, which are important to get us out of trouble.
If you have something sore that bothers you all the time, like me, how do you get not to think about it if it's bothering you? How do you do that?
You cannot stop because the brain, you don't want it to stop. The brain is going to say, hey, something is bothering you, right? But what happens if you sit here long enough, you'll realize that thought, okay, it's only a thought. And it will come periodically so that you can check to make sure that you are already doing what you can. But you will not overdo it. You will not fight that thought. So the thought will not loop. And when that thought loops, what happens is then you get into the realm of things you can do nothing about. So every single moment, there's certain things you can do something about. There are a lot of things you can't do nothing about. You may have to wait till the next moment for anything to happen. So you have to be able to free up your mind from overthinking. And otherwise, the overthinking will create a lot of stress hormones. And that stress hormones in your body, chronically, if it's there all the time, right, it's going to cause harm. It's going to it's going to interfere with all your metabolic system, interfere with your immune system. It's going to interfere with you in many, many ways. Plus, on top of it all, it takes you away from the here and now to enjoy life at this moment with what we have, right? So that's just stories. None of that matters. Okay, whatever I say, the key is to show up. Your body knows how to fix itself. You would just become present as you sit here. Yeah, everybody got it. We all have it from the get-go when we're a child. It's just somewhere along the line we kind of lose it because we had to, right? Because you have to get into this thinking mode, go to school, and then in order to fit into this society, in order to make money and pay mortgages and things done. But then we get looped in by this mind, this tool. Anyways, I've said enough. Yes, Oreska.
I've realized that since I've been coming here, I'm getting very good sleep at night, and I'm so happy about it. Honestly, I am grateful for that. I used to get up at 3 o'clock, I still do, but I'm able to go back to sleep right away. So that to me is really, yeah, so I feel this has really helped me that way for sure.
Well, I have no problem sleeping. I just go in, stretch my legs down, see that my pillow's right, and I'm gone. Kind of have a busy day, a bit of a busy day. I go to sleep in the afternoon or anything, so.
Yeah, that's good.
I just want to recognize everyone for showing up. Like really, we are actually doing this together as a journey. Like we're learning from each other's experience. To know that we don't know, to know the possibilities are there for whatever it is that challenge. And we cannot do this by ourselves. This is why it's so beautiful to do this group. So I really, really appreciate everyone for showing up. And please come back. And thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This guy. Love you.
No rush.
There we go. November 11th, was it 10th? I think it's 10th. 20, doesn't matter. 2023 is Friday and ear acupuncture integration.